welcome back to the channel. I'm Nick and today we're gonna make a salt and straw recipe. It's an exact copy of their salted malted chocolate chip cookie dough. That's a name and a half. This recipe is direct from the masters at Salt and Straw themselves, so if you want to see how it's done, stick with us. Now to make the base, it's a molasses vanilla ice cream, so they describe. What you're going to do is combine your sugar, your milk powder, salt and xanthan gum in a bowl and stir it really well, and that's just to distribute the xanthan gum evenly. In a pot over medium heat, combine the milk, corn syrup, molasses, whisk it all until well combined. Add your dry mixture and whisk very well until there are no more lumps. Cook it for 2 to 3 minutes until the sugar's all dissolved and then remove it from the heat. Pour that mixture into a large container and then add in your cream and vanilla. Cover it and refrigerate for at least 4 hours before churning. To make the malted cookie dough, in a large bowl, cream together your butter, the 2 sugars and salt with a spoon until it all combines nicely. Then add your cream, molasses, corn syrup, if that's what you're using here, and vanilla, and then just keep turning it. Add your toasted flour and your malt powder to the mix and keep going until there's no lumps. Finally, fold in your chocolate and spread it out onto a tin lined with parchment paper, and then pop it in the freezer for at least an hour until it's solid. When it's ready, take it out of the freezer and chop it up into tiny little cubes. Pop it back in the freezer until you're ready to use it. This is the malted fudge. Mix together your water and malt powder together in a small pot. Add your corn syrup, heavy cream, butter, and finally the salt. Then heat it up until the butter's completely melted and the mixture starts to come to a boil. At that point, remove it from the heat and finally add the cocoa powder and your chopped chocolate and whisk it thoroughly until all combined and the chocolate's fully melted. At that point, transfer it to an airtight container where you can store it in the fridge. Once that's done, for me it was 15-20 minutes, but for you it could be anything up to 30 depending on your machine. Start loading it into your tub and layer in your ice cream, your fudge and your cookie dough well. Don't scrimp on putting all the ingredients in, load it up nicely. Once that's done, put the lid on, put it back in your freezer until you're ready to eat it. I recommend at least 3 hours in the freezer. The ice cream's been in the freezer overnight. We're going to dish some up and see what it looks like. So we don't get salt and straw ice cream in the UK. I've never had it. Some of their flavours look great, sound great. So I just wanted to try this one. It's a combination that I've never even considered. So here we go. I'm not a massive fan of cookie dough, but this one did smell really good making it, so let's just dig in and see what it's like. That is good. It's a great recipe. The ice cream's got really nice texture to it. There's no iciness. I mean, all balanced recipes should be like that anyway, but it just goes to show that Salt and Straw know what they're doing. There's a lot of companies out there making ice cream and it's rubbish, but this isn't one of them. This is really good. You get a little bit of saltiness in the background, not too much, just enough to kind of enhance the other flavours. The malt, I didn't use the same malt that they used. I just used a malt drink type. To be fair, I probably could have used something a little bit stronger, but it still does come through. The fudge is really nice, not overpowering flavour. The cookie dough, I actually really like this one. I can taste the molasses. It's got molasses in it, so I can taste that coming through, but it's not overpowering. It doesn't make everything else bitter. It's a really nice kind of combination of flavours. Would I change anything in this recipe? Apart from a stronger malt flavour, so maybe some malt for brewing or something like that. I don't know, I don't drink beer, so who knows what goes in it. But yeah, that's about it. That cookie dough is really good. I'm surprising myself. I hate cookie dough. The last cookie dough ice cream, my wife had to eat the whole thing because I'm just not a fan of it. But I would safe to say that this ice cream is actually in, you know, top 10 currently for me. Nice one, Salt and Straw, did a really good job. We will definitely make another ice cream of yours in the future. If you've got a flavour that you want to see us make, hit us down in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.